Today we will be looking at a trend line trading strategy. Before we do, if you have not watched the first videos on the channel and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. You can find a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. If you use that link, you'll save a little bit of money on your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. If you are interested in a full list of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested along with their win rates, you can sign up for our Patreon. And you will receive a full list of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested. You can find a link to our Patreon down below in the description. We also have a Patreon-only exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators, a list of winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be looking at a trend line trading strategy. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 101 different strategies, with 29 of them being winners. The best one so far was able to achieve an 84% win rate. That is the Academy of Forex indicator with the Z-score probability indicator. I'll put a thumbnail of that up on screen right now, and I'll also link to it at the end of this video with that same thumbnail, so that way you can go straight there and watch that video on the best strategy that we have tested so far. We've also tested a total of 958 indicators, with 401 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. We've also retested in the advanced testing 110 of the winning indicators. 39 of them have been able to maintain the winning status, the best two, a 76% win rate. Keep in mind that we test most of these indicators and strategies on the Forex and crypto market, but they can be applied to just about any market and time frame universally. Okay, so today we are looking at a trend line trading strategy. And so the video claims that you can 10x your profits with the accuracy of this secret indicator. And so the source video itself centers around this indicator right here. It is called the LTF candle insides. And so if you just type in LTF, it's this top one right here, LTF candle insights. You put that on screen and you can see it right here kind of leading the price action. And so what that is doing is it is breaking down the candles on a specific time frame within the higher time frame candle. And so for example, in this strategy, I tested it on the daily time frame. And so right now, the indicator is set on the daily. And if you go into the settings, you can then change the time frame of the lower candles. And so this box right here represents the lower time frame candles within the higher time frame candle. And so again, you can modify those by just going in right here, and you can change those to whatever time frame you want them. Currently, we had them set to a 2-hour time frame is what we did the testing on, and you can change the number of candles that you want to be displayed there. And so the idea is that as the larger time frame candle is kind of playing out, you can identify what the lower time frame is also doing to get an idea of where kind of the price is strongest, if you will. And so to kind of add in the best way to use that particular indicator, we are going to add trend lines to the chart. And in this case, I used an auto trend line indicator. And so if you just go in and type in WMX, it's this one right here, the auto trend lines. And if I scroll back here, you can see that it is displaying these trend lines here that have been previously drawn. And of course you can go in and modify the settings on this as well. It's not a whole lot of settings that can be modified, but you can change the strength of this, and you can change whether or not it shows the history. And so that gives us what you're seeing on screen now. And so obviously the red lines here are going to be a bearish trend line, and the green lines are going to be a bullish trend line. And so that doesn't necessarily mean that they are always going to look for buys off of the green or sells off of the red. Sometimes the bullish trend line can also act as a support or resistance area. Well, in this particular case, it would be a resistance area for overhead. And so when price is trading below it, for example, comes up and hits that green line, it could reject it to the downside. And same way in reverse, if price is trading above the red trend line, it can come down, hit it, and bounce off of it. And so, but generally what you would do is look for it to reject in the direction of the trend line. So for example, it's a red trend line right now. We would be looking for price to come up and touch it and then reject. And so that is kind of similar to what we did in this testing in this particular strategies. We are looking for price when it's trading under the red trend line to come up and touch it and then reject that area. And if it was trading above the green trend line, then we are looking for it to come down, touch it, and reject and move to the upside. Now, the LTF candle insights is going to give us an idea of when we should enter into the trade. So for example, let's go ahead and just take a look at a trade setup here. So I'll go ahead and play this forward a little bit here. So you see that price has come up really nicely, starts to trade above this green trend line. So we are now looking for a bullish long trade. So what we're going to do is look for price to come back and touch that green trend line. We have that now. And now we are looking for a nice rejection, so a green bar. And then we are looking for the LTF candle insights to trade above this blue center line right here. So let's go ahead and play it forward here just a little bit. So this is kind of close. I would want a little bit more confirmation because of the indecision that's showing in this candle with that long wick to the upside. So I would hold off right there. Let's go ahead and play it forward a little bit more. You can see now it's trying to test the downside again. It's kind of stalling out, and boom, we get this really big a great green candle right there, showing us that now it has rejected the downside. And you can see how we get this spike of the LTF candles all the way here at the very end of this candle to the top side of this blue line. That would be our entry right there. And then what we are going to do is we are going to set our trade there. The stop would be either below this last swing here or possibly below the trend line right there, just depending on what price action is doing. But because it established the swing right here, we're going to put it right below that. And then we are going to target a 1 to 2 risk reward. Bump this up to right there. All right, let's go ahead and play this forward. And you see price comes up really nicely, hitting our take profit. Let's go ahead and take a look at a short trade. Alright, so we're going to take a look at a short trade now. So price currently is trading in between these two trend lines. So you have the green one and the red one there. And so no trend line kind of inside or close at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and play this forward a little bit. And you can see now this trend line has now been reestablished or redrawn as this bearish trend line right here. And you can see price is touching it right here. So what we're going to do is look for a rejection of that. We got a little bit of a rejection here with this red bar, but not quite strong enough for me to be comfortable with taking a trade. There we get this nice, really big red bar right there. that's going to be a nice rejection sign right there. And you can see that on the LTF candle insights at the very end here, prices come down and started trading below that blue middle line right there. So again, what we're going to do is set the short position right here. We're going to go just right above that trend line and right to the top of that swing there. Then we're going to target the 1 to 2 risk reward just like before. Let's go ahead and play this out here. Get a little bit of a stall right there. Then it comes down, wicks down into our take profit right there. So that one also would have been a valid winning trade. So that is the setup on this strategy. Alright, so that puts us at the end of the testing right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, if you are looking for a profitable trading strategy, I highly suggest you check out the best strategy that we have tested on the channel here. It was able to achieve an 84% win rate. I'll put a screenshot up of the thumbnail to that video right now. I'll link to it up in the corner, and I'll also link to it at the end of this video with that same thumbnail. Like I said, it is a highly profitable trading strategy, was able to achieve an 84% win rate. It uses one of our custom indicators that we've developed here on the channel, as well as a Tradingview indicator, and all around it is a wonderful trading strategy. I highly recommend you check that out. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel. I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the numbers on this strategy. So we did the 50 trade like we normally do, 50 trade test. Out of those 50 trades, we got 25 winning trades and 25 losing trades. And so it's going to put us at a 50% win rate. But with the 1 to 2 risk reward, obviously that gives us a really decent amount in the green there. So for example, if you were looking to gain $200 per winning trade, and on the losing side you were risking $100 per trade, in total the total gains would have been $2,500. And so not too bad of a strategy even at a 50% win rate. And so there is some level of subjectiveness when it comes to this strategy, and so definitely isn't something that I would recommend to brand new traders, just because it takes a little bit of an eye to see when you're getting these decent rejections. There's nothing really outlining when you have a clear rejection versus a weak rejection. So that's just something that you get trained, your eye just gets trained over time to kind of notice and see those points of rejection. And so, but all in all, a pretty solid strategy. Definitely play around with it and see what you can get out of it. And that's it for this video.